judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seed you plant. So be intentional about the seed you will plant today, so tomorrow will be better. I am Rehab Okbe.
And I'm Nolin Evel Ame. Of course, when you plant a seed, Rehab, you have to nurture it.
Yeah.
You have to water it.
And that is why we are here, to help them plant the seed of their day, nurture it, water it to have a great day.
And we monitor them as well. All right, I am Nolin Ever, welcoming you to the program. Good morning, Abuja. Hope you slept well. All right, we have a lot for you on the program. But first of all, we shall start the program with this motivational talk, which is coming from Dr. Kabir Adamu, and he's going to talk to us on journey management. Let's now join him.
For journey management tips, the number one thing I would advise is where are you going to from point A to point B? Ask yourself that relevant question. What is the security situation in point A? That's your embarkation point where you are starting your journey. Then what is the security situation in the destination location? And more importantly, between embarkation and destination, what is the security situation? So if you are traveling from here to Kaduna, and luckily you have contacts along the route, let's say you have in Jere, you have in Regina, one of the easiest things to do is call those contacts in Jere, call the ones in Regina. What is happening today in Jere? What is happening in Regina? If they tell you, oh, bandits have blocked the road, at least you know you should not travel on that route. If they tell you, oh, there is a protest, long vehicle drivers have blocked the road, that the road is not passable today, then you shouldn't travel. But remember, it's absolutely important that you keep your journey plans confidential. Even when you call those persons, don't tell them, oh, I'm leaving Abuja today to come to Kaduna. Around 9 a.m. I'll be passing through Jere or through Regina. Are you there so that we can meet? If you are unlucky and that person is an informant for bandit, and he knows you have money, he will just call the bandit and tell them. All you do is you ask them the security situation. If they ask you why you're asking, just tell them something. Oh, I have a friend who may be traveling. He's trying to find out. And then once you have the information, then what kind of vehicle are you using to travel? Is it a vehicle that would attract attention to yourself? If it does the situation, then if you can't, look for a less high profile vehicle. And if you can't, then try and get security cover. If your vehicle is a very expensive vehicle and you yourself look expensive, then get security escort.
And that was our motivational talk. I hope you were motivated by it. Of course, to start your day on a high note. That is the reason we are here, to motivate you and to be a part of you having a great day. Away from our motivational talk now, let's take our exercise for today. Of course, you know, when it comes to exercise, I am very, very particular about it. I'm an advocate of living healthy. So let's take a look at our exercise segment for today.
Yes, of course, exercise is good for our health, and health, they say, is wealth. And now we are going to talk to you on brain tumor. Let's join the medical expert.
Most symptoms of brain tumors actually uh, are based on which part of the brain they involve, because every section of the brain subserves a certain function. Okay, so we have like the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, and things like that, temporal lobe, and things like that. So, but generally, one of the most basic or general symptom is headache, sometimes convulsions. If there is significant rise in what we call pressure in the brain, intracranial pressure, there could be reduction in one's ability to see, that reduction in sight. There could be vomiting, and the vomiting could be early in the morning or very late at night. Even the headache can be worse at night, that can wake the patient up. Okay, and then there can also be weakness of one part of the body. Yes. So, these are some of the common symptoms. But depending on the location of the brain tumor, for instance, if it's compressing mainly the frontal lobe, where our emotion and behavior are controlled, you would see such manifesting. A person just standing by him, I mean, by the roadside or just in his office, trying to pee. So this is what we call disinhibition. You and I cannot do that in front of people or whatever. We need to go to the appropriate place. But as for that person, that control is not there any longer. He does not see anything wrong in that. So actually, or if it occurs at the back of the brain where the visual cortex is, you discover that an aspect of one of the eyes is not able to see well and things like that. So those are some of the common features.
All right, if you just joined us, the program is still Good Morning Abuja on the Unity station. And we have another conversation on the program this morning, which is interesting to girl child. Of course, on the program, we have a representative of Girl Guides Association in Nigeria here to tell us more on their mission and what they are set out to do and how impacting what they are doing to Nigerian citizens. And of course, the interest of there, according to our discussion before we came up on board here, is to develop girls, raise girl child to be a good and responsible citizens of Nigeria. Join us as we welcome Sarah Obiorahi, who is the Assistant FCT Commissioner, Nigerian Girl Guides Association. You are welcome to the program and good morning to you.
And good
Sarah,
morning.
you're welcome.
Thank you very much for
First
having
of all, I
me.
love your uniform.
Oh, thank you.
And she's looking cute in it.
Yeah, she is. Looking smart at that.
Thank you.
All right, now let's have an overview of Girl Guide. I understand it started in Nigeria in 1919. So tell us more about this.
Okay. The Girl Guides, it's an international, uniformed, non-governmental organization. Of course, it's voluntary. It's an organization that aims at enabling girls and young women to develop their fullest potentials as responsible citizens of the world. The Girl Guides, it's open to girls and young women of different ages, irrespective of the culture, irrespective of the skin color, irrespective of their religion, or whatever you might think might be a barrier. It's for every girl, and any girl or woman can become a Girl Guide. Like I said, it's an international organization. It started in Nigeria in 1919, September 16th to be precise. But it started in UK in the year 1910, and it was formed out of the Boy Scouts.
Okay.
It started, everything about the Girl Guide is all about advocacy, and it started with advocacy as well. When a group of young girls went, gets crushed at a Boy Scouts rally in 1909 and demanded that there should be a place for girls in Lord Baden Powell's Boy Scouts.
Were they chased out when they get crushed?
No, they were not chased out, but actually, in fact, I would believe that the Wolf Patrol of the then Girl Scout, because they call themselves the Wolf Patrol of Girl Scouts,
Okay.
they made what they laid a foundation for over 10 million member Girl Guides and Girl Scouts around the world today. They were not chased out, but rather, when Baden Powell saw their willingness and their readiness to serve humanity, he brought in his sister, and then the Girl Guide started.
Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Wow. The story is actually very interesting. Like, girls on their own want to be a part of what the boys are doing. I think they just want to show their support, you know, to what is ongoing.
But they came uninvited.
They came uninvited.
They get crushed.
I'm telling you. Can you tell us the activities of the Girl Guides? What do you do?
Yeah, our activities are enormous because it has to do with the development of girls and young women. Girl guiding is a place to be. And anything that will contribute to her total development, we offer this through our non-formal educational programs. Like, for instance, we have the MHM, that is menstrual hygiene management, that enables young people as from age 7 to 17 to be able to know how to manage menstruation effectively, using fun activities and games to present menstruation to them, and also bust the myths surrounding menstruation. We also have our action on body confidence, which is a body confidence and self-esteem project that is aimed at enabling girls and women, irrespective of your body size, your skin color, or what have you, to be able to love yourself the way you are and be able to reach your fullest potential. Because you could agree with me that one of the problems young women face is body shaming, and then there's this belief that I can't be able to reach my fullest potential. I can't be able to do things because of my skin color, because of my body size and all of that. But we have two curriculums. That's the first one is the Free Being Me. It's also a body
Free Being Me.
Yes, Free Being Me.
I like it.
Yes, it's a world. It's a project of WAGS, that is World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, in partnership with Dove, makers of Dove Cosmetics. They are the major donors for the Free Being Me project, and also the Action on Body Confidence. What the Action on Body Confidence does is that it empowers young people to take action. Okay, now you've gone through the Free Being Me curriculum, you've been awarded a badge, because for each of our programs we award a badge on completion. You've been awarded a badge, then you are supposed to reach out to 4 other young people within your age to empower them with body confidence messages. Yeah, so that's what we're doing, and currently we're about entering the 3rd phase of the Free Being Me and Action on Body Confidence program. Then we also have what we call the Plastic Titanus Challenge. The plastic titan, of course, you can agree with me that one of the problems we're facing in the area of waste management is plastic pollution. Now, Plastic Titanus empowers young people to be able to look at plastic and think out of the box. What can I do with this? Recycle the plastic, and also, because we have 3 key messages: reduce, reuse, and recycling. Now, when we can't recycle, then young people are from as low as the age of 8 or 5 begin to advocate against using single-use plastic. Just when I say single-use plastic, I mean those plastic you use once and you throw away. Yes, they'll begin to advocate that people should get alternatives to single-use plastic, just so that we would have a safer environment. So that's what the Plastic Titanus is all about. Then we also have the Internet Soft Smarts. That's also is a curriculum or a project aimed at protecting young people so that they'll be able to stay safe online, because you can agree with me that cyberbullying is a thing, and is a problem, and it affects mostly girls and young women. So that's what the Internet Soft Smart Badge is all about. And we have so many programs. And apart from the educational curriculum, although they are non-formal educational curriculum, we also have activities that we have our brownies do, our guides do, our rangers and all of that. And that is one thing of it is community service.
Okay.
Yeah, we have girl guides going to the streets, do environmental sanitation. They go into the street. Okay, look, what's the problem in this environment? What's the problem in this community? Like for instance, in Akwa Ibom, we had girl guides going to a community, right, a farming community. But the problem there was that they did not have cassava processing machine.
Okay.
And then the girl guides had to look for a way. And then under the award, the UPS project,
Yeah.
they were able to bring in cassava meal to the community to help the.
So you do partner with other people
Yes, we
to
do
help
partner.
in executing a project.
Yes, please.
Okay, this project, what you are actually doing is quite good and of course impacting. Now, how is your recruitment process if a girl wants to enroll in this?
Oh,
What are the processes?
okay. If a girl wants to join the girl guiding, like basically in Nigeria we have girl guides in schools, and she could join girl guides in her school, or she could join in her church, or in a religious center. She could also join in communities. Just recently we started having girl guides in communities when we noticed that retention was being a problem. When those girls leave school,
Yeah.
what next? And before you know it, the fallout to the girl
What about
guides.
adults like us if we
Yeah.
want to be a member?
Yeah, I don't
No,
You're a lady.
We are no
We're
longer
talking
in
about
school.
girls here.
Oh no, I think you're being biased. The fact that it's girl doesn't mean I'm sorry to make it's open to girls and women of all ages.
Okay.
Yeah, we have women who are
We
90
still have a
and they're
place.
active members of the girl guide. In
Yeah,
fact,
right.
they are girl guide leaders.
Uh-huh.
So they are there to guide the girl.
And mentor
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yes, I won't let you go without asking you this. Growing up there, Nolene, girls guide, girl guides was everything in school. If you were not a member of this club, you know, it's like you're missing out.
Okay.
And then now we have children, teenagers in school that they hardly talk about it. So, do you think that the girl guides is actually fading out of the society, or they are gaining more grants?
And as a matter of policy, also to
Yes.
talk to government,
Yes.
maybe to bring that back.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I understand it's a problem for us because what sustained girl guiding then was active volunteer in spirit, and you could agree with me now that the volunteering spirit in Nigeria, it's as if it's dwindling. Nobody gets paid to do girl guides. Then we used to have women and young ladies bringing their time, bringing their resources for the upliftment of the work of the girl guides. But as it is now, we don't have that anymore. So we just have little human resources, and that's why we are experiencing the problem. So
Okay.
to be able to mitigate that, we're calling out on all young girls and women out there who wants to volunteer to be a part of it, so that we can be able to reach out to the number of girls and young women at the street, so that we could make impact.
All right. In the aspect of volunteers, we're rounding up this discussion. Are you saying you need financial assistance or human assistance in
Human
this regard?
volunteers.
Yeah, we need both because if we should get volunteers, we need to support them, their transportation, their stipends. Most times they do go to Lagos for trainings. Most times they do online trainings and all of that. And for somebody who doesn't have anything to fall back on, the association needs to support. So there are two things here: financial and human resources, and it's key for our work here in Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sarah Obiorahi.
Thank you,
Thank you
Sarah,
very
for
much
coming
for
on this show.
having
me.
I actually
Enlightening us.
enjoyed my time with you.
Yes,
Thank
of course. Thank you. Wish you good luck, eh?
Thank you very much. Thank you
Okay,
very much
thank
for
you for
having me.
coming.
Yes, we've been speaking with Sarah Obiorahi, who is the Assistant FCT Commissioner, Nigerian Girl Guides Association. You've heard it all from her. I don't need to say anything. The program is still Good Morning Abuja. It continues shortly.
It's JPRINCE here now, now.
NigerFlavor.com.
Oh, oh yeah. Do it tonight, groove tonight, do it tonight, oh yeah. Do it tonight, a prize, give me prize, I go buy. If not trek, I go trek to Dubai. For you, I'm not a love misser. To the mass, I go give ya. Yeti, Yeti, take me. Yeti, you wanna see. Yeti, my fantasy. Yeah. Do it tonight.
And that was a musical break, Do It. Right now, we're actually introducing to you a new kid on the block. He's actually a new artist here in the FCT, and today we have him right with us in the studio. He is JPRINCE. You're welcome on the program, JPRINCE.
Thank you very much.
The musical we just watched, can you tell us a little about it?
Yeah, just like the title of the song, Do It. People will like be asking you, what are we doing? What are we doing? And like, do that thing that makes you smile, that take off that frown, because that happiness, you get it for free. So do things that give you happiness. But while doing it, make sure you're doing the right thing. That's just the ideology behind the song. It's a love song. And then trying to tell people, do that thing, just like in the lyrics, do that thing, take off the frown. Yeah, be happy. Happiness is gotten for
So
free.
if you want to ask a lady out, just do it.
Just do it.
Don't look back.
Don't look back, because time waits for no one. Like, if you made up your mind, just do it. Hit it, because you can just miss it. Just a second, and that opportunity is gone.
All right, you are a new kid on the block. That's in the entertainment industry, and this is the second of your singles. Am I correct?
Video, second of my video.
Oh.
I have like couple of, like 5 singles already. That's the second video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you choose this line?
Yeah. To me, I feel there's nothing that I can do. I'm versatile when it comes to the academic aspect, entertainment. This is just my talent. I'm a graduate of economics, currently doing my MSc in international relations. So music, it's something I have passion for, and it doesn't tell me from doing other things.
Okay, from inception, why didn't you choose that line to maybe do your BSc in music and other things, and they went ahead and read economics?
One thing I believe, there's time for everything in life. And then at a tender age, I cannot just be pushing music, because there's a stage I will get to my life, and then I want to impart in the society or strike a balance, what next? And then it will not just be music. Though the music thing has been with me right from the onset, but I tried to strike a balance. That was when I was writing my SSC before gaining admission. It was not easy. I would just find myself singing. Instead of reading, I'll be singing. Like, I can't even concentrate. I have to like, oh no, this is very important at this point in time.
Yeah.
And I just like pack my book and put on. And then when I want to read, I have to be reading out loud to take off that, the mindset of singing. So I was able to get it right. I did my WAEC once. I gained admission the same year. So when I got to the university, I said, okay, this is an program. I'm not here for a first class, but to strike a balance now. Okay.
Between your passion
Yeah.
and what you should do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when did music started for you officially? When did it start for you?
Officially, I started going on big stage when I got into the university. I was doing music, but not like that into it. It was when I got into the university.
Like
right
how many years now?
Oh, I think that was 2011.
Okay.
2011
And it's
today.
been long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just producing too.
Because I don't have to rush anything in life. I believe everything is time.
Because you have your hands
Yeah.
also on other
Yeah,
things.
other things.
Okay, what genre of music do you do?
I'm into pop, though I'm versatile when it comes to music. I'm versatile. I rap and then I sing, but pop basically.
Wow.
All right. My Oga will always say that the music industry is saturated. How do you intend to make your own different and attractive for your audience?
One thing about music, you don't just sing for singing's sake. You sing to pass message. What's that message you're trying to pass? That's the vital thing, because people are looking for the message. What's the meaning, as in what you're trying to. When someone is out listening to your song, does this song give the person happiness?
Yeah.
Like motivation? Did it is it motivating you as a person listening to this particular song? And the meaning of a song, that's what gives it longevity. Like that, anytime, even in years to come, you
Yeah,
listen
can
to a
still
song
listen to
and
it.
then you enjoy listening to
Yeah.
it. So it's all about the content you're
Yeah.
giving out.
Talking about passing messages in your music, how do you get the inspiration? How do you get the messages?
Generally, I drive inspiration from my life experience growing up, from my background. I drive inspiration from things around me, even the way you're sitting down, beautiful, gorgeous. I can just, okay, and just come up with something. And I can be walking on the street, maybe people's life, you understand? I can just come up with something. So generally, I can even be sleeping, even in my dream, and just go, oh, I can just wake up in the middle of the night, like, okay, and pull something down. So generally, I derive my inspiration from things around me, things I see. So
Of course, you are new in the industry. Where do you see yourself if we are projecting now in the next 5 years?
5 years to me is a very long time from now. And so my plans before then, I want to see myself at the top. Like, even though there are people there before me, but I just want to be someone people will look out to, because they have not gotten to the peak already, as in like at the end of the music, because they are still looking up to people that will come and succeed them in the industry. So I'm coming to as a brand,
Yeah.
different brand to be identified with
Oh.
at the top.
All right, before we finally let you go, can you just do something for us? Let's be sure that what we watched
He's
actually
the action man
Yeah.
behind it.
Can you just do something quick for us? Let's have a feel of this voice.
Yeah. Do it, oh yeah. My lady, you over me, oh. It's JPRINCE, yeah, na. Oh yeah. Do it tonight, groove tonight, oh. Do it tonight, oh yeah. My love, my all I give to you.
Yeah,
It's a choice I made, I'm no mistaken.
that's right.
Oh, babe, you don't capture my heart, oh. Your love not magneto. Me, I no go let you go, yeah. You don't capture my heart, oh. Your love no go let me lie. How far for you go lie? Yeah, that's a basic idea.
That's
great.
actually
That's
a
great.
great one. The way Nolly was just doing like this,
Yes,
I said,
of course.
I wanted to dance, but I just imagining which beat we like dance to. I want to back you up at the point, but I wasn't sure whether I was hitting
Yes,
the right
yes.
note.
But before we conclude this, can you speak to youth out there on getting what to do and to help themselves and identify their talent?
All right. There's one thing I get to understand because of my career, that people will not just come to invest in you. First thing first, you believe in yourself. You're the one to project yourself. And then one basic challenge when it comes to finance, aside the talent, the finance is a very important key. That's why you see people going into other things just to get it right. You understand? At the end of the day, get it wrong. So just like I'm not just doing the music. I mean, when it comes to education, I'm there. When it comes to something doing to get me money, one or two things, I do also to push myself. I don't just wait for people to come and invest in me, because I believe when you invest yourself, that's when people now somebody call you to invest in you. And anything you're doing, just believe. Don't be in haste. With time, everything will be okay.
Yeah.
That's basically.
Thank you very much for coming on this program. It was actually nice, having you this morning with us. Like JPRINCE have said, life is step by step. If you had a dream and you know the time for the dream is not mature, hold on, get your hands on other things. Make sure you don't lose that while waiting for your dream to materialize. Actually, this morning we'll be taking you from one art to the other. We're done with the art of music. Right about now, we're taking you into the journey of the voiceover right here in the FCT, in Lagos, and also in whole Nigeria. Take a look at this because you will love it. Stay with us.
Are you interested in being up to date with the pacey world of sports? Our rebranded Capital Sports is the finest bet for your doing so.
So join us every Thursday live at 3 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja to talk sports for your viewing pleasure. Remember, you can be a part of this #1 sporting program. Join us on the analysis, views and opinions.
Welcome back from that break. If you just joined us, you are still watching Good Morning Abuja on the Unity Station. It's good to know you're out there enjoying yourself on this particular episode of Good Morning Abuja. Right now, we're about to delve into something not too strange, but relatively new in some part of the world. I'm talking about voiceover. It is not strange. It is very common in the foreign world. Even in Lagos State, yes, we have people that are voiceover artists, but looking at it in the FCT, we want to know how popular this particular art is here in the FCT. And to talk about this particular unique phenomenon, we have someone very young, handsome, right here in the studio with us, and I'm talking about Emmanuel Afenikhe. You're welcome on the program.
Thank
Emmanuel.
you so much. It's good to be here.
To you.
Good morning. It's beautiful to be here, and I like this seat. It's orange.
Really? That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. Thanks for the compliment.
Good
Thank
to
you.
actually have you here.
Thank you so much.
Voice-over artist.
Yes.
Like I can imagine where you talk. I don't know.
You want to be like him.
Yes, I want to be like
The
him.
voice is arresting.
Thank you so
Absolutely,
much. Thank
absolutely.
you. I
And
appreciate
the
it.
ladies are in trouble if you're not married.
They're not. I'm married with a daughter, so no going back.
Oh,
We've
wow.
gone
So
into it.
This one is taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on a serious note, can you tell us what voiceover is all about?
Yes, well, I think from my knowledge, voiceover artistry is your ability to take on a character, interpret emotions with the right attitude, with the right expression for a production. It could be audio, it could be film, it could be TV. That's really the job. So the job is, first of all, using your voice. First of all, secondly, having the ability to express, bring out emotions. And because as a voiceover talent, you work with different brands, different characters per time. You know, lots of people have seen voiceover work. It's just that they don't know that it's voiceover, which is why someone like me is here, of course, talk to you to, try to just tell people that this is something that I think that a lot of young people or anyone that has a voice and think that they want to explore the possibilities in the voice, can just jump on and have that extra. We all need it.
All right. What does it take, to identify this character and place the voice appropriately?
Well, what it takes, I think it's the willingness, the first thing, because Nigeria is a diverse country. It's very beautiful. A lot of places are not as rich as Nigeria is, okay, or Africa is, because in Nigeria alone we have several ethnic groups. We have dialects, we have Pidgin, we have Igbo, we have Yoruba, we have Hausa. So you realize that there's that dynamics, there's that,
Dynamism.
yes, there are a lot of things going for us. And a voiceover artistry, or being a voiceover actor, is not limited to you speaking good English.
Okay.
Today I can be like, hey, look at this madam, she is looking really, really, that's the work. Your ability to use your voice. And if we want to focus solely in Nigeria, there's several languages. And I mean, let's not even go far. There are 4 major languages. Let me put it that way. Aside English, now there's Pidgin, there's Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa. So you can be any of these with using your voice. So what it takes is your willingness to want to learn, your willingness to understand what you need to do as a voiceover artist, what you should put in place, and what you need to apply. So whichever voice you have, you realize that at certain point or the other, it falls into a category that you can utilize.
That's very, very good. Like you're talking, I just couldn't help smiling because I am loving the voice.
Thank you.
I'm loving the voice. What is actually needed in terms of the quality of the voice? what kind of voice dexterity do we call it? What kind of voice dexterity is needed to be a voiceover artist?
Well, I think for qualities, voiceover artistry is a very expressive industry, or a very expressive business. All right. So one thing is for sure, you should be expressive because you work. I've worked with several brands. Okay, both big brands, small brands, brands abroad, and all of that. And one thing I realize is that there's usually expression. There is no way that you would not express yourself, all right? And so that's like one of the qualities that you should have.
So you should be very expressive.
You should be very expressive. It makes sense, all right? But of course, if you're not expressive, we're not saying, oh, because say you know the expressive, make you not gonna use your voice. But what I mean, you can still use your voice. But the thing is that you would just maybe just tell yourself that, okay, well, this is where I want to be, and this is where it's going to be.
Can you imagine
So if you're able to do that, say, okay, because there are different levels. There's explainer videos, there's documentaries, there's some that don't need so much expression. So if you're like a laid back person, someone that is not very expressive, like I will be, you still have a place, but it's just that you'll probably be limited to, particular area.
All right,
so
taking
yes.
it from what you just demonstrate, wallahi talahi, this Igbo and the rest. How do you refine a kind of strong accent when it comes to voice?
To voice, well, I think it's listening. A lot of people don't listen. All right, I think if you love something, then you'd listen, you read more about it, you listen. And for me, I think my first market is Nigeria, because I am Nigerian. I was born in Nigeria, I grew up in Nigeria, and right now I'm in Nigeria, and I will be for a very long time. So my first market is Nigeria, and that's the focus. Okay, how do I communicate to my people that they would hear? And like I said, the first languages, all right? So even if I don't speak the language in totality, I understand an accent that communicates that language. Yes, English is general, but as soon as I switch to a Yoruba man, speaking English, you know that I'm Nigerian, right? So that communicates it. Okay, so the thing is, what's your question again?
That's I'm talking about the accent. Which
Okay, yes. Sorry.
How do you work on people's accent to make it attractive and without losing?
Yes, yes, exactly. Thank you so much. I was saying that you have to listen, and of course there are trainings that you take over time. I have been doing this for at least 10 years. All right, straight up. And I think one thing that is sure is listening. I grew up listening to Chief Zebediah and co. Right, and you hear things like Chief Zebediah will say, "No, my people, what other evidence are you required to be know it that Clarus Umboji are mad mad, or you have become the victim of mental catastrophe and malandios?" And the guy will say, "Tufiaka, why are you tufiaring the Tufiaka? But you are acting big man, are you or not? You are, so therefore, you must suffer the sickness of big man, leprous, tuberculosis, hepatitis, epileptical, tombola, harmonia, etc., etc. To God in heaven, I know be acting big, things like that." And it gave me the love for voice work, and I just wanted to use my voice, and
you
really
got it.
Thank you so much.
Let's say aside the passion, because as you're talking, I could see the passion in your face. I could see that you are all in this and you're loving it. Aside the passion, does this put food on the table?
It does.
Is it a business that we can recommend for youth to go in?
And
abandon white collar job, does it put food on the table?
Well, why? Let me start from your last sentence. I don't usually advise anyone to abandon what they're doing that is constant. Okay, especially when you're working in an office, to say, "Oh, I want to do voiceovers." All right, I usually would say grow to a particular, grow to somewhere. Go to level. Start. And then you're enjoying it. As money is coming in, then you can start deciding what to do. Right now, I run a business, the voiceover workshop, that what we do is train. Right? And there are staff that are employed. Okay, so you realize that because I started out loving my voice and then putting in the work and becoming a voice talent, you realize that after a couple of years, some other people are now employed. So it simply means I'm also helping the society in my own way. I am making my money, and at the same time, I am helping some other
Yeah.
people.
Impacting
Yeah.
people.
And then the growth is constant, especially in this part of, let's say, Africa. Okay, voiceover artistry is not that a big deal.
Yeah.
The voiceover workshop, we organized the first voiceover conference in Africa, and but outside the country, this is some 400-500 billion dollar company.
All right.
Right,
Do
so-
you see this changing the narrative of entertainment industry?
Yes, well, it's entertainment at the same time it's advertising. All right, and of course there's so much. If you know how to use your voice, there's money to be made. It's just that a lot of people don't know, and a lot of brands are springing up. You, like I said, you probably have seen voice work. You don't just know. If you watch a lot of cartoons, if you watch a lot of children's stuff, human beings, guys that are as big as I am, grown older, the guys that voice those things.
So that means it's popular in Nigeria.
It is popular, and I mean, I'm based in Lagos, and in Lagos it is also a thing. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Some good hundreds will go into your account if you do.
But
Good
is it
stuff.
good enough in this Abuja to cater for the needs of people who wants to
Of
find
course,
their
because
voice?
the thing is, you knowing what to do when you start,
Yeah.
right? And what we also do is we have a network that you can be added on into, and even after the classes that we run, you still you can reach to me. You have guys that are, they do similar things with you, and it's easy for you to say, oh, I'm trying to do this thing, I'm trying to do this audio book, I'm trying to bid for a particular job, I'm trying to attend this audition, what will I do? And you get the answers very easily. So it's a continuous process. Even after the classes, we don't let you go.
No.
Yeah. Okay, Emmanuel,
Yes.
listening to your voice is so thrilling.
Thank you.
Can you tell us how does one become a voiceover artist? Is it acquired? Is it inborn? Is there any training that one can actually undergo to perfect their voices? Can you let us in this?
Yeah, well, I think that it's not necessarily inborn, though the environment you grow up can also affect a whole lot of things. If you grow up, let's say in Warri now, there's a way you talk, especially when you're speaking pidgin. You may say some things I wouldn't even understand if I grew up in Abuja, but I speak pidgin as well. So the environment you grow up in can actually affect a lot of things. But at the same time, I think that there are lots of trainings. There are schools like voiceover workshop, which I had, and we train, and we even have a training coming up this weekend, Friday, Saturday, in Abuja here.
I am number one.
So we actually have 2 slots. Okay, my team said 2 slots, but I am willing to give it to make it 3 slots. Okay, we have other amazing voice talents joining us from online from Lagos, and we have someone here, David Adoga, that is joining. That is going to be physical as well. Wow. So we're doing 2 days, 10 hours of intense practical and theory sessions for voiceover. So of course we have 3 slots now, the way it is, to give for whoever is interested, to be part of it.
Perhaps somebody is interested out there.
Yes, so if you're online, if you're on Instagram, voiceover workshop at voiceover workshop on all social media platforms. But of course, if you have to call, do I give my phone? Do I drop a phone number? Is that okay?
Yeah, it's
okay. So phone number is 080 880 So it's 0803. Oh, sorry. Let me take that again. I want to show the
voice. Let's have that.
For more information, call 080 330 9661. You know what it is? That's what's up. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you so much for coming on this show. I must say thank you for making us laugh.
Thank you too.
He's also a comedian.
I'm telling you, you made us laugh as if we're already in the day while the day is still very young. Thank you so much for coming. I must appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.
Incredible, and thank you for what you are doing. I've been speaking with Emmanuel, a voice-over artist. And I'm sure you had nice time watching him. Not only nice time, you want to twist your voice and make your voice, that wave, that sound. I'm just liking everything. And he said something. He said, you can be trained if you don't have a perfect voice. So don't give up on yourself. If your voice is not that perfect, you can be trained, and keep working on yourself until you get there to become either like him or even better than him. Good morning on Abuja. Continue right after this time out. So don't go anywhere. Stick around.
Sankiya samu cikinta yayi zaune, yayi muhalli cikinta sunan kidir ya zane, kice abar suna sannan muradina, ni dai na yi nisa so sanki ne zahiri, in ba ke ba sai rijiya kin shiga lambari, wanda ya so ki kamani da shi ne akwai bugun tambari, dola ɗau guda ɗaya cikin moran nan akai kabari, ko kallon ki ban san ana hali, da akan ki ne ba na da tausayi, sannan a san ki ba na da ra'ayi, a kalaman so mu ake kwaikwayi, da na waje ko ina ba zan ce ba zan bi ki ba, salar kauna ko ina amu da yake sahun gaba, ni murmushin kina saka in tuna fice a fargaba, ko zuciya tana fushi in na ganki take sai na hauza ba na jin zan iya rabo da ke, zuciyata dukkakin mallake, babu sauki kalmar rabo da ke, so da zuciya ya fi sandan rake, kina raina sai da ke komai zan yi masoyiya, burina zai zamo ciwo na rashin kya zuciya, ina jin daɗi farin ciki duk ran da na ganki da daniya, gana inda babu kowa zo ɗauke na habibiya. Ta na ce min an soki duk daɗi iya wuya ki sani ni ban barin ki na san so yana da
Nigerian Football Federation have been left with a great challenge for a Plan B as Nigerian Stars in the Premier League are set to meet Super Eagles' upcoming 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Liberia and Cape Verde. This is as a result of Premier League international engagement in the red list countries because of the 10-day quarantine requirements. Meanwhile, Rivers United Football Club of Port Harcourt departed for Benin Republic yesterday for the maiden edition of the West African Challenge Cup. The football club will be playing their first game today, and the management of the club are working hard to ensure that the football club achieves success at the tournament. Moving to volleyball, head coach of Nigerians under-19 boys volleyball team Sani Muhammad described the country's defeat to India at the ongoing 2021 International Volleyball Federation under-19 boys World Volleyball Championship in Iran as a painful loss. The loss 3-1 to India in their opening match this Tuesday. Nigeria will face Poland in their second match of the World Championships today. While Nigerian Professional Football League side Plateau United have hired Fidelis Iletiku ahead of the 2021-2022 campaign. He joined the club from Heartland and he will take over from Abdulmay Kappa, who spent 2 seasons with the club. To tennis, Andy Murray suffered a disappointing exit at the Winston-Salem Open at the hands of Francis Tiafoe. Murray, who has dropped 9 places to the world number 114 in the latest ranking, came close to wrapping up the first set in the 10th game but failed to convert 3 break points.
Alright, that was our sports tidbit for sports lovers out there. I hope the information there is useful for you. And now to flights and train schedules for the day.
And that was our flight and train schedule for some of you that will travel outside the FCT. Up next is our weather forecast. Take a look.
Yes, the weather is highly unpredictable, so get yourself ready whenever you are stepping out this morning. And the umbrella, make it handy. It will be useful for you. All right, this is where we draw our curtains on today's episode of Good Morning Abuja on the Unity station. We really appreciate you for staying tuned from the beginning to the end of the program for today. And we hope we were able to inform, educate, and entertain you on this program. And I will do this same time, same station tomorrow. Rehab?
Yeah, in case you miss anything out of the program today, never to worry, because tomorrow is another day. Do join us tomorrow for another blast. For me, it was a time worth the while. I hope your time you gave us today was also worth the while. I am Rehab Okbe.
And I'm Nolin Ebel Ame, wishing you a happy and lovely day ahead.
Good morning.
Bana jin za a iya raba mu koda an sanya kota, domin ko san kiyana a ko ina jikina ya kwanta, domin ko san kiyana a ko ina jikina ya kwanta.